Live from Greenwich, Connecticut, you're watching the greatest classic car show in the entire Northeast, the Greenwich Concours d'Elegance on BeTerrific.
Hey everyone, Allyson Berger here, coming to you live from the Greenwich Concours d'Elegance, and I'm here with Frank from Hebron, Connecticut, and we have something behind us for you to ooh la la about. How are you doing today, Frank?
Good, how are you?
I'm great. So tell me about your Ford Skyliner we have behind us.
This car was purchased by me and my father. We started restoration on it in January of 2016 and completed it in July of 2016.
Wow.
Six months.
Now, is that normal for it to take only 6 months to restore a vehicle like this?
It is not. This is actually our 25th Skyliner that we have built together, so we're very familiar with the car, so that's why it was a quicker build.
Right. Has the time decreased?
Yes, the first couple cars were a couple years.
Yeah.
And then we're better at it now, and we have people that help.
Right.
So it's fun. It's a great father-son experience.
Yeah.
We have a lot of fun.
We got Dad over here.
Yep,
Dad didn't want to be on camera. We'll get him next time, though. That's all right.
Yeah. So this is our favorite car that we've built, and the next one could be better. Who knows?
What makes this your favorite?
It's a car that we didn't hold back on. We wanted to build a car that had everything. We found the car that had everything and restored it to what this is, and didn't hold back on the detail and just everything. We wanted to make the perfect replica, not replica, but the perfect restored 1959 as they were from the factory showroom in 59.
Which was the hardest part to fix, or restore, I'm sorry?
The air conditioning in the car.
And why was that?
There's very few people in the country that have the parts because the air conditioning in 59 is still being developed and rare. And I had a long time to find the pieces and parts that were lost over the years. We did it. In fact, the air conditioning took me about 5 months to restore the components to the air conditioning.
Wow.
And the car only took 6. So we had everything else down. This is actually our first car that we built that had air conditioning, because usually the Skyliners, because it's a convertible.
Right. Why would you need that?
You don't need it, so they very rarely have it. So this car did, and it was a learning curve for us with the air conditioning. But
well, for the 26 car, you'll have it down in like 5 months, right?
Exactly. If I do another air conditioned car.
So, but you were telling me that you do a lot with hardtops, correct?
Correct, yes. People from all over the country know us because we're in the retractable club, and we get phone calls. We were just in Maine a couple weekends ago helping a gentleman with an original 59 work on his car. We finished a car for a doctor in California a couple years ago. People from all over Connecticut come to us for working on their cars, and a lot of the components are the same on the T-Bird all the way up into the 60s. So even though it's not a retractable, it's the same mechanics.
Right.
So,
but this is not the first time this Skyliner has been to a competition, right?
No, it is not. This car, we finished it 3 days before we shipped it to Michigan last year for a retractable only convention. There were about 80 cars from all over the country and Canada there, and it's a very hard judging. They pick the car apart, every nut and bolt, down to the screws for the dome light. And they judged this car, and we scored 1,020 points out of 1,022. And it's actually a record in the club for the highest score ever.
That's quite an accomplishment.
Yes, it is.
It's incredible. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
So we need to make sure those 2 points are not deducted from this competition.
No, and since when after the judging, they send you the sheet, and I repaired both the 2-point problems. One was the bolt for the valve cover. I changed them to the correct ones, and one was a blemish on the fender, and we fixed it. So that's all they found in the whole car.
Perfect. So you're full of elegance for today.
Yes. Thank you.
And this is your first time attending, correct?
This is our first time attending. Yes, it is.
How does that feel? What an honor to be invited.
It's a shock. I mean, there's cars here that you don't see at your normal cruise night or car show. Cars that very rarely come out of hiding, and it's an amazing day. Amazing people to talk to, and made a lot of friends so far. So
that's always important.
It is.
So besides you having your Skyliner here, are there any cars that you're looking forward to seeing?
We have our eyes on a car in the auction. It's an unrestored T-Bird with about 1 inch of dust on it, and that's the kind of cars that we like, because we don't not interested in a car that's done. We want to do it ourselves.
Right.
We go to car shows and everything, but the fun is doing the restoration in our 2-car garage in the afternoons and on weekends. The dogs hang out, maybe a couple beers, but that's what we do. We have more fun building the car than most of the time showing it, except for an event like this.
And how long do you think that one's going to take you to fix, if that works out?
I don't know. We'll see. It all depends on the financial situations.
Got to keep pushing the limit.
Yeah, I know.
Now, the one thing I know that's special about the Concours d'Elegance in Greenwich today is that people drive their cars in. But you didn't do that, correct?
I did drive the car in.
Oh, okay.
I trailered it here, but drove it from a couple exits down where they made me park the trailer.
So that you got photographed.
I got photographed, yes. And after we finished the car last year, I put 500 miles on the car. We went to cruise nights, wineries, we went to a farmer's market, and I just cleaned it all so it wouldn't be dirty for here. So that's why we trailered it here today.
Got it. And we didn't know if it was going to rain. You can't have that happen.
Exactly.
But it's special to have these cars that you don't really drive, and they're just showy cars, correct?
They are. I'd be nervous to take this for ice cream. But that's why this isn't our only car. We have the ice cream getters.
Right.
Of
course.
But yeah, it's just fun.
So what's your biggest memory with the Skyliner?
With the Skyliner? I grew up at car shows in a car exactly like this color. And little kid and the sun at car shows, my mom used to put me underneath the car so I wouldn't get sunburnt and for a nap or whatever. And when I would wake up, I would grab people's legs as they walked by looking at the car and scare them. That's one of my favorite memories of growing up. But on the other hand, even when I was a little kid, I was working on the cars. You actually have to put somebody in the trunk and close the trunk to adjust the switches. And I was always a small guy. Not that small anymore, but I still do it.
Well, I can relate. I'm sure someone would love to shove me in there.
But it's just, I grew up around these cars. You know, every customer we've ever built a car for, they're family now.
Right.
We're still in contact with them. It's everybody with these cars. Some people call us crazy, but it's a very tight group of retractable owners, and everybody knows everybody. And the conventions are just a big, fun weekend, even if you're having your car judged. And it's just a blast.
How nice.
I wouldn't take it back. So.
Well, I'm definitely going to watch now when I'm walking around the cars today, just make sure no one's grabbing at my legs.
Yeah. Yes.
But thanks so much, Frank.
You're welcome.
And stay tuned, everyone, because there's more to come from the Greenwich Concours d'Elegance.
The Greenwich Concours d'Elegance on BeTerrific.